let's go to some of the border security issues that happen down there. Citizens who've lived along the border for, in some cases, a couple of 100 years or
Their
more.
families.
Their families. We're talking about people, not numbers. We saw a test for 2 weeks using drone technology where the interdiction rate was only 50% or less. So it's not what's being sold by the Obama administration. What can states do to resolve that problem on their own? Well, since the federal government doesn't seem to do it as well.
Well, it's very difficult because, of course, we don't have the resources to do what is really, really needed. But if you speak to anybody along the borders, especially the ranchers and their families down there that are seeing their ranches devastated and they're putting up with the drug cartels and their water lines getting piped into and ruined, the cost of it all, and then the crime that now is taking place because of the drug cartels and other illegal activity that goes on down there. We need to make sure that first of all, we need a border fence. We need the fence completed in Arizona. It's not. We need to be able to have access onto the federal lands where the Border Patrol today, they can't even enter because it's preserved. And the cartels don't abide by that, by the way. That's where they go.
Apparently you follow the law and the cartels do not.
Exactly. And we need to know that when we talk to the ranchers down there, that they say that the border has been secured. And we need to be able to talk to the law enforcement down there saying that it is secured and look at the data, some way that we can get that data in there. I'm not always sure that the data, well, I know for a fact, I don't believe that the data that we get is accurate. I think that it can be skewed, like any data can be skewed. We know that they don't even count the TVAs, the people that they turn back. They're just, getting turned back and then they're coming across the next day. And it's my understanding from very credible sources that only, 1 in 3 people that are coming across the border are even apprehended. So how can you make a good judgment in regards to, we don't even know how many people are actually here illegally. We don't know how many of them are illegal immigrants that have come to work. Are they here to sell drugs and poison our country? And that's what's taking place. David, as I try to explain to people, we are the gateway for illegal immigration into the state, and that includes workers, and that includes the drug cartels. But along with that comes the drop houses, the extortion, the torturing of illegal immigrants.
Human trafficking, which is in fact what it is.
Oh, absolutely. And it's right there in Arizona, and it's not at the border. It's coming into our communities. It's happening in gated communities, nice neighborhoods where they have these places that are contaminating everywhere in the neighborhood. And people are fearful. And they don't go into the bad neighborhoods. They go into all neighborhoods, wherever they can find a place. And it's unbelievable that we can't get control over the whole situation. And it's unfair. They talk about the civil rights that we need to take care of all these people. We need to do this. We need to do that. Well, what about these people that are being apprehended by the cartels, being tortured and extorted and used and abused? They've got civil rights. Well, let's go after the drug cartels also. I mean, that's an important issue. And all the illegal immigration population is down. The drug cartels and the narcotics that are coming across are up. Higher than they've ever been.
The numbers are significant. I believe it's over 16 million Americans use marijuana, about 1.6, 1.7 million cocaine, 1 million hallucinogens, and the problem just continues to grow. And of course, 4% of the world's population, we consume over 60% of the world's illegal drugs. So this is a problem.
It's the American appetite for these illegal drugs that poison our world. It's unfortunate, but if we could get our border secured, we would shut down a lot of that supply. We would shut it down. It would benefit our country. It would benefit the people. And another issue that I think people forget is that they're going into communities in Arizona, but throughout America, and they're recruiting our high school students to be their runners. And so for $200, they deliver the drugs. They do whatever they want. That the cartels want them to do, and for $200 they can go buy a new pair of sneakers, and then it just gets bigger and bigger, and then they can't get out, and they're captured because then they live in fear that something's going to happen to their family. all because of our
The
borders not
cycle
being
continues.
secured.
The cycle of
Absolutely.
illegal activity, of violence.
Pitiful stories. I mean, they're sad.